True community is central to a spiritual life. True community is central to agape love. The Buddhists call this spiritual community Sangha. Sangha. And they say this about Sangha, or spiritual community, that it is virtually impossible to sustain and maintain our awakening without community. Isn't that powerful? That we need each other to continue to awaken to greater and greater and greater expressions of divine love. Why is that? They say this: Sangha, or spiritual community, does three things. First of all, it is the keeper of all the principles, all the teachings. It is the place of anchoring those teachings. Second of all, it is a place of transmitting those teachings through our classes, through workshops, through gatherings, through meditation, through visioning, through all those different vehicles. So it's a place of transmitting the teaching. And the third thing that Sangha, or spiritual community, does is that it gives and reveals and makes visible this infinite field that I've been talking about. It makes the difference between having it as a concept. Yeah, I know God is all there is, and everyone's present, and God is love, and love is God, and yeah. When we hold it as a concept in our minds, versus having this palpable, concrete, tangible experience of this infinite field of love and goodness, where our hearts just crack wide open and the light of truth and the light of love shine brightly. So when we come together in community, this field is co-created, but more than co-created, it is revealed, because that field is always present. We are just asleep. We're ignorant of it. It's like a fish going around swimming and saying, "Where's the water? Where's the water?" You know, I think I used that analogy before. So this field is everywhere present. It is always available. But it takes us coming together in Sangha to really experience it fully. Now the Hindus, you have the Hindus, their portion. We talked about the Buddhists, now the Hindus. The Hindus calls this field Indra's net. And I love that metaphor. I've used that before too, but I like to meditate on the metaphor. Because an infinite net is cast. And whatever strand intersects another strand, there is a glimmering reflective jewel there that reflects the entire strands of existence. So each one of us is that jewel that reflects the entire net of existence itself. We are the jewels of God shining bright. We are unique emanations of pure spirit in this infinite net called Indra's net. I love that analogy. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, says this, and I think this is so powerful, powerful. Unless man expresses his individuality within the context of community, he cannot fully actualize his full potential of God's self. So we are not separate, isolated beings in this existential universe. We are infinitely connected to one another. So the reason that we are here in community, it really is about discovering our higher God self, our divine self, the love that we are. We have a greater expanded awareness of the divine when we come together in community. When we experience our oneness, we have a greater capacity then to love. Ernest Holmes once again says this. He says, the combined faith of a group reaches a higher level of acceptance and receptivity of the power of God that moves through each one of us. So that's the true definition of synergy, really. 1 + 1 = 3. Not 2, but 3. That when we come together and we co-create something together, it is greater than the sum total of each one of us. So really, in truth, in consciousness, and spiritually speaking, every one of these seats are already filled in the consciousness. That's what it is like when we come together. We co-create this synergistic field. Another metaphor that I love to think about is the redwood trees. How many know about the redwood trees? Located in, God, my mind just blinked. Starts with the C. No, not Chalfant. California. It's in Northern California. It's close to Carmel. It's close to Monterey. It's in... I forgot the name. But anyway, these trees are huge. They grow hundreds of feet tall. But if they stood alone, they would not be able to stand straight up. They would fall over. Why? Because they have a very shallow root structure. The fact that they can grow hundreds of feet tall, and I'm talking 300 and 400 and 500 feet tall. These suckers are big.
Yeah.
The base is huge, but the roots are shallow. But the reason they can sustain that height is that all the roots are intertwined in this huge network that allows all the trees to grow up very, very tall. That's the power of community. Isn't that a wonderful metaphor?
Mm-hmm.
So when we come together and we intertwine the love that we are, the consciousness that we are, the spirits that we are, we empower each one of us to be all that God has created us to be, to grow tall in stature, in our values, in our attributes, in our qualities, in our gifts, and our talents. Because we come together in community and intertwine that network that is who and what we truly are. So another analogy to look at the power of community, and I love this one because it came to me in a meditation years ago. Community is a vortex of consciousness, of power, of receptivity. And this is how it works. This vortex amplifies the revelation of pure spirit, the love of God. Just like a microphone and speaker. When I stand behind the microphone and the speaker, my voice is amplified so that you can clearly understand each and every word that I say. Yes? So I am far more intelligible. Not intelligent, but intelligent than if I do not use a microphone and speaker. So this setup amplifies the very words that I speak so that each and every person, including Edith way back there, can hear clearly, can sense dramatically what I'm trying to say. So this is how community works. That we come together, when two or more are gathered together, we amplify and multiply the consciousness so that each one of us catches a deeper realization of the divine as our very life. That's the power of community. That's phenomenal, wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So that when we come together, we really, really, really sense and feel and know our divinity because of the community, the consciousness that is generated. These are powerful, powerful things to contemplate. Also, coming together, we have an opportunity to share our gifts, our talents, our attributes. We co-create this wonderful soup that feeds everyone, and even beyond our community it feeds. Now, we experienced that this Christmas time, when we had such an outpouring of our love and our gifts. We've all brought Christmas presents for this one family. That's not even a part of our community. We don't even know this family. Single mother with 2 children, no job, no place to live, struggling, did not think, and her children were under the age of 5 and under, and they still believed in Santa Claus. And to ensure that they had such a beautiful Christmas, our community poured forth such love that it blew the socks off of this mother. She said, if it wasn't for you, my children would not have had Christmas. That's that sharing of our gift, that feeding of the masses beyond our own community. And a metaphor for this is stone soup. Have you ever heard the story of the stone soup?